Hello everybody, Faye Lim from Strands Knitting Studio in San Clemente, California, and it's the beginning of the year. It's my first video of the year. I had last week or a week ago off and was in last week, but here we go. And so I've got Off My Needles, yay. So here's Off My Needles. I did a moonflower while I was gone, loved it. Took me about 2.5 days, but of course I had a lot of knitting time. I was on vacation, so, but it took me about a little over 2 days of knitting to make this, and I love it. It fits so lovely. So this is Fuchsia, which is a very chunky, soft wool yarn. I'm up on a 19, which is what the pattern has you go. And a 19, we've had some people on a 17. It all depends on your sizing. And yeah, we still have some yarn for this. So if you were thinking about knitting this and you haven't quite pulled the trigger on it, pull the trigger on it. It's going to be your best favorite jacket, especially while it's cold. Pull the trigger on it. It's worth it. Okay, the second thing off my needles that I did while we were gone, while I was gone, is this Perfectionist Shawl. Perfectionist Shawl. So it's a very simple garter stitch, meaning knit, 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 knit. And the ridges here, the lines, are done with a slip stitch. You slip the stitch every other row. You add a stitch every other row. That's what makes it increase. And anyways, this was fun. Like not a lot of thinking, but you still had to sort of pay attention, but not too much. And so it was a lot of fun. But once it was done, I was like, I think I still wanted to have something. It needs something. So I embroidered flowers on it. So I had lots of yarn left over. And so I decided to just make some flowers on it. So I put some on the points. I put a couple on these points, on this point over here. And then we've decided it needs a tassel at the main point here. Maybe all 3 points. I still have yarn left over. So it's 2 skeins and I have plenty yarn left over. You could make this bigger if you wanted to. I just finally stopped and then had yarn left over. I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna embroider. That was really fun. I haven't embroidered in a while. So that was a fun thing to do. Nice and very, very calming to sit there and embroider. So that's what I did. It's out of Alba, which is this right here. That's one I used. Obviously, I was in a teal mood over vacation. So this is Alba. We have lots of different colors. You can do this out of anything. It's a shawl that you make until it's as big as you want. So any yarn that you want to make this out of, you can make it out of. And as I said, I had 2 skeins. There's a lot of yardage on this. I can't read it because I don't have my glasses on. But there's a yardage on this. So I used 2 skeins and had like half a skein left over. So there's another option for lots of fun. Now remember, this is January. January is Selfish Knitting Month. You are supposed to knit things for yourself this month because, the rest of the year, who knows how big your gift list is. And we've just gone through lots of gifting. So we're knitting for ourselves now. And so these are 2 perfect projects, simple but fun and calming, and yeah. So knit for yourself. Come in, find a project. Of course, we have tons of projects. So find a project and knit for yourself. So next is our Keepsake Blanket. It starts on Sunday, the 23rd. That's about a week and a half from now. Can you believe it already? The 23rd of January is a week and a half from now. So this has 2 squares a month. And at the end, by November, you'll have all 20 squares done, and then we'll start putting it together and all that stuff. If you're on it, you will have something finished by Christmas if you wanted to. I've got people sewing up blanket right now from last year, so they're sewing up the blankets right now because it's for them. So, so anyways, every square is different. There's tons of technique in here. Doesn't matter how long you've knitted or how short you've knitted, as long as you can knit and purl, knit 2 together, those basic little things, then you can do this blanket. It's all about learning your skills, and everybody learns something. I don't care how long you've knitted, you will come away having learned something. So this blanket starts on Sunday, the 23rd, 10 to 12. Now, if you cannot do Sunday mornings, which is an obvious, there's conflict on churches on Sunday morning, you don't have to do Sunday morning. There's 4 workshops a week here. You can come to any of the workshops and do the blanket. So you just come, I give you the pattern, I help you out, and you can do the blanket without having to come on Sunday morning. So don't let that stop you from doing the blanket. It's, it's a lot of fun. And so there's that. And then also there's Zoom. I do have a Zoom group going this year. I've had a Zoom group for 3 years now. This will be my 3rd year of doing this blanket on Zoom. And so if you don't live in the area, or if you can't get here for some reason, like you're sick or something, but well enough to be, on Zoom with us, then you could also just be on Zoom instead of coming live. So, but if you totally don't live here, because I've had people from Arizona, San Diego, and Pasadena do this blanket on Zoom. Zoom works great. I have a down camera. You can see what I'm doing very clearly. It's really easy, and it just works out really well. So Zoom is an option. So sign up if you're going to do that, and then we'll just mail you the yarn. And yeah, it works out really well. So we've got Zoom. We have Sunday, the 23rd at 10. You can start at any workshop you want to. If you can't start it this month, you can start it next month. It's very flexible. You can start this pretty much during the whole year, but it's very, very flexible. We are totally able to work around whatever your scheduling needs are with this. But it is a really fun knit. You learn a ton of things, and I think it's worth your time and effort. Okay, so the first class out to shoot for this year is a Ravelry class. So learning how to use Ravelry. What is Ravelry? What's the big deal about it? What's in there? So Ravelry is a massive database for all things fiber, knitting, crochet, and now even weaving and spinning are in there. And it's free to use. You don't have to. It doesn't cost you a thing. But it's can be very overwhelming if somebody hasn't really used it yet. So we're going to do a Zoom class on Wednesday the 26th on Zoom, because this is technology. So this way you can look at my screen, and when I do things on my screen, you can do things on your device. So you're going to need two devices. You're going to need a computer of some sort, a laptop, whatever, an iPad. It doesn't matter. You'll need that, and like the second device, like an iPad or a phone or something, or but you'll need two devices, one you're looking at and one you can do stuff on. And most of us have two devices. If not, steal somebody else's phone. Steal your husband's phone and you have two phones. It all works. So Ravelry class is from 5 to 7 on Wednesday the 26th. Sign up. I'll need your email when you sign up, so that I can send you the Zoom link. And you'll pay me through Venmo or Zelle, or in person at some point. Pay me in person, come to the studio, drop off the money, whatever. It's $15 for the workshop, like all of them are. So not a big deal. So please sign up, and sooner the better. I don't know at what point I'm going to cut this class off, because it can be a little bigger, but I don't want to be overwhelmed either. So we'll see. I may cut it off right around 10 or 12 people, maybe 15. We'll see. See how I got to go mess with Zoom now and figure out. I've never done like a class that has like 15 people. I've done one with like 8 or 9 people, and not like 15. So, and sharing my screen. So I got to do some homework before I do this class. But anyways, so we got Ravelry Wednesday from 5 to 7. So you're in your own homes doing this. You're not coming to the studio, and it should be a lot of fun. So the very last thing I'm going to talk about is I'm going to move the Wednesday workshop for the next 2 months, probably, until the time change at least. And it's nippy. Once the breeze comes up around 3 o'clock, the temperature drops a lot and it gets pretty chilly out there. So I'm going to move the Wednesday into the morning where it's much warmer, and from 10 to 12. And that's the same time we do the Saturday one, and it's usually pretty nice out there, and there's usually not a breeze or anything. So 10 to 12, Wednesdays 10 to 12 is going to be the workshop between now, starting next week, and probably till the time change. So that, probably till the time change, which is the end of March, like March 20th or something like that. So keep that in your head. Make sure you call and text, and we'll remind you that it's been moved. If you're like, I'm coming to the workshop this afternoon, go, oh no, it's in the morning, come at 10. And so that's what I'm going to do, just to keep our little bodies warm. The parking will be a little easier at 10 too. And that's it for this week, the first video of 2022. Hopefully I get a lot of ideas. If you guys have any ideas, send them my way. It's all a good thing. So hope to see you in the studio real soon. Bye.